Well, it just was obvious, you know. I'll tell you something that I tell everybody. Everybody gets a kick out of. My parents had a restaurant. My father used to make pizza dough. They had a real, in the 50s, they had a real Italian in New York, red checkered tablecloth, wine bottle on the table, and my father used to make pizza dough every day back then. They didn't have a machine. I look back and what they did was amazing. And my father always used to tell me, he'd be mixing dough, and I'm 7, 8, 9 years old, standing there, because everybody in the family helped. Everybody worked. I don't care who you were, you worked. And my father, I always remember him saying, I still hear him. He used to look at it and say, always remember, anything you add water to, you gotta make money on. Okay. It just gets drilled into you. 20 years later, I opened the bar. You kidding me? Pop's right. An ounce of booze and a glass of ice cubes. How can you go wrong? Pure profit. It's water. And the other part that I noticed right away, how can you go wrong? It's selling illegal addiction. Kids don't have money. I'd watch the kids have disposable money. They had a $20 bill, you had it at the end of the night. They were back with another 20 the next night. With a guy with the house and the big mortgage, and he'd come in and drink 275 draft beers, gone. They didn't have the money. The kids, they find it. So when I used to hear kids, no. Whatever they got, you'll get, because they'll be back. So you're selling illegal addiction, that's the other part. And what I saw with coffee, gee, when I said Pop was right, all right? This is what?
Yeah.
Big profit in coffee. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a smoothie.
Water.
Literally water.
All right?
Yeah.
So it's the frap that we have, that's my formula. I have it manufactured. And because of that, it's a big profit, right? But it's a powder with water and ice. That's all it is, right?
Yeah.
Things like that I had, because I had a food background in a restaurant, I manufacture my own stuff. Our coffee is our coffee. That's our profile. I have a broker we buy the beans from. We send them to what's called micro roasters. They're small batch roasters, 130 pounds at a time. But that coffee, there is no other Cheshire coffee. That's our roast, that's our blend, that's our profile. Okay, so you can't get this anywhere else. When I decided to do this, I didn't want to be Starbucks either. Right? I ended up staying there 2.5 years. Left, opened up my own store, and never looked back, and it's been great ever since. And I, people say, what about Starbucks? Thank you, because they really taught this to me. I learned a lot from them, because specialty coffee it's new, and I say new. And if you look at the big picture, specialty coffee has only been around in this country since 1966, and it wasn't Starbucks. Right? Alfred Pete's Coffee, P-E-T. He was the first, he was from Holland. He opened up the first store in San Francisco selling what's called grade 1 Arabicas. The beans that we use are only 100% grade 1. They're the beans that can be roasted dark. These are the beans there's a mountain, coffee is grown on a mountain. You have different altitudes. Only the grade 1 Arabicas grow on the top. That's the coffee where you can roast it bold without burning. What we grew up on as kids and when we were younger is the Robusta. That's at the bottom of the mountain. There's only 1 pound of Arabica to 5 pounds of Robusta. Arabicas are very expensive. And what makes you specialty coffee is you only use grade 1 Arabica beans. That's it. Only the best known demand. And Alfred Pete was the first person to open up a store selling beans, only whole bean. And there was a line to go around the store to get in. And what happened, he started it. There were 3 kids going to college out there. And those are the guys that started Starbucks. They made a deal with Pete's Coffee to open it when they decided they wanted to go, why don't we open one of these in Seattle? So they made a deal with Pete's. Originally the first Starbucks store in Seattle, which I've been to. It's at Pike's Place Market. It's still there. It's a little tiny place to this day. It's still there. They opened up a store selling Pete's beans originally. That's how they got started. Of course, Howard Schultz is the CEO now, built it to what it is today. He was the one that had the idea to turn. It's kind of like the Ray Kroc story. They didn't want. He saw something that they didn't want to do it. He started. It's kind of a complicated story, but he started it, and he built it into what it is today. And that's fine, because there's the growth that we can go through. It's astonishing because it's too new. The whole thing is still new. It's still TV right now, right? The whole industry. It's TV. That's how new it is. All right. Okay. What else?
That's pretty cool. No, like, really, you were very, very interesting. I'm loving this insight. So what kinds of issues can impact your capability to provide your products and services?
Say that again.
What types of issues can impact your capability to provide your products and services?
Well, you can, although it hasn't happened in a long time, you can, for instance, if there's coffee beans are kind of analogous to grapes, right?